Namaste students, hope you all are fit and fine at your home and taking all the measures to prevent you and your family from this deadly virus. So today in this video I will teach you modals. So before starting the topic, you people deserve to be told what are modals. So modals are a kind of helping verbs or special verbs used before the main verbs. Modals are a kind of special verbs. They are also called modal verbs, modal auxiliaries, and they have a great variety of communicative functions. Modals gives us or provides us some additional information about the function of the main verb that follows it. So I will write the definition of modals for you on the board. You will understand it in a more better way. So modals are a special kind of verbs. Special kind of verbs. We also call it modal verbs. We also call it modal verbs and modal auxiliaries. We also called it a modal verb or modal auxiliaries. So they provides us additional information about the function of the main verb, about the function of the main verb. Modals have a great variety of communicative. Modals have a great variety of communicative functions. Means they performs a lots of communicative functions. They are different from the normal verbs. They are different from the normal verbs like play, eat and visit, etc. They are different from a normal verb because they perform special functions in the sentences. So before I have discussed the definition of modal with you. Modals are special kinds of verbs. We call them modal verbs, modal auxiliaries, and they provides us some additional information about the function of the main verb. Modals, you have to keep one thing in mind, that modals always provides us some additional information about the function of the main verb that follows it, and they have a great variety of communicative functions. They have a great variety of communicative functions. They perform lots of communicative functions. So now this is the definition. After that, now I will discuss the structure or some characters of modals. Not structure, sorry, some characters of modals. Characteristics of modals. So what are the characteristics? They never change their form. The first characteristic of modal is they never change their form. Their form always remains the same. You can't use s, ed or ing after any modal. So the first function I will write on the board for you. They never change their form. They never change their form. You can't add s, ed and ing after. You can't add s, ed or ing after any modal, like suppose wood. You can't add s before it. You can't add s before it. Woods. No, this is incorrect. And ed, this is also incorrect. And if you add ing, this is also incorrect, because they never change their basic form. They never change their basic form. Their forms always remains the same. They always followed by an infinitive without two, or we also call it bare infinitive. You have to, these are the things which you have to keep in mind, that they always followed by an bare infinity, an infinity without two, we also call it bare infinity. Means you also can say that after modal we always use first form of the verb. Very simple thing I am telling you, you can keep it in mind. So you, after any modal we always use first form of the verb. First form of the third characteristics of modal is they are used to show modality. They are used to show modality. Means a speaker can express prohibition, possibility, permission, advice, ability, and we can add obligation, lack of necessity, etc. So means they are used to show modality. A speaker can express by using modal. A speaker can express prohibition in the sentence, possibility in the sentence, probability in the sentence, advice and obligation, a lot more things a speaker can, because they are a special kind of verbs. They are used in the sentence with a special purpose. So now I will discuss with you. After discussing it, I will discuss two modals with you that are very simple modals, and you have also taught this topic in your previous classes. So that is can and could. Can and could. We will learn the use of can and could, and very simple use of can and could. So the first use of can and could. First of all, can. So can is always used for ability. Ability means आपकी योग्यता के लिए इसको यूज किया जाता है. So for ability I will give you example like I can lift this box. She can beat anyone at chess. I can I can swim very well. So these are your ability in present. Your ability in present. But when you are showing ability in present, then you will always use can. But when you are showing your ability in past, then you have to use could. Like could for ability in past. For ability in past. So we will pick the same sentence. I can lift this box. I can lift this box when I was young. I can lift this box when I was young. मैं इस बक्से को उठा सकता था जब मैं जवान था. So the ability is in past. You could lift this box when you was young. So this is showing your ability in past. And like she can beat anyone at chess at her prime. So at her prime means there was a time when she could beat anyone at chess. Means it is also showing the past ability. Now I will discuss with you possibility. Both could and can are used for possibility, but there was a slight difference between the two, and you just need to understand the difference which I am going to teach you. So possibility means संभावना. Possibility can. Use of can for possibility. So possibility means there is a little bit difference, because can is also used for possibility and could is also used for possibility. What's the difference? When the possibility, general possibility, which about which everybody knows that this can happen. So nothing to worry about that. So if there is general possibility, then we will use can, but for other possibility, listen, we use for possibility, we use can very less. We use means we hardly use can for possibility. But if there is little bit general possibility, then we use can. Otherwise maximum we use could for possibility, not can. So there is a very slight possibility of using can for a possibility. So like if I say smoking can cause cancer. Smoking can cause cancer. Everybody knows it. That smoking, if we smoke, so it can cause a cancer. This is a general possibility. Like traveling Europe can be quite expensive. Everybody knows it. That if you visit or if you travel Europe, you will have to spend a lot of money. That's why you are using can, because there is a general possibility. But in 99% cases, we use could for possibility, not a can. So like for use of could for possibility, we also use could for a possibility. We use could for a possibility. Like the train can be late. If I say the train can be late. The train can be late. This is in present tense. Suppose you are standing at a platform and you are waiting for the train and the train has not arrived. So you can say to your friend or to the persons who are standing with you that the train can be late, not can be late. Then you will say train could be late. Train could be late, because this is not a general, every time trains doesn't come late, so the train could be late. This is in a present tense. And if I will give you, if you don't study, you could fail the exam. The possibility is about future. The possibility is about future. You could, if you don't study, you could fail the exam. Means you could also pass the exam if you study. There is a possibility of passing the exam. There is a possibility of passing the exam if you study hard. But if you don't study, then you could fail. That's why we are using could. And if we have to, now you will ask the question that we can use could for present and future. So there is no possibility in past. Yes, there are possibilities in past also. Past also, I will give you the example. The possibility of possibility in past tense. Like Robert, if I say David could have gotten the job. Robert could have gotten the job if he had gone for the interview. Past. This is a possibility in past. Means if Robert have given the interview, so he could have get the job. There is a possibility in past, but now he could not get that job because the possibility is in a past tense. So we maximum use could for a possibility, and there is hardly we use can for a possibility. But if the possibility is general possibility, then sometime we use can also. And now for polite expressions. For polite expressions, we use can and could both. But you have to learn how to differentiate between the two. For polite expressions. For polite expressions, we use both can and could, but there are 4 main cases how we use can and could. So there are 4 main cases. So there are 4 main cases. The first one I will discuss with you. The first case is making suggestions. Making suggestions. When we give suggestions to someone, then we always use can and could both. If I say we could try that new Italian restaurant this night or tonight, you could ask. We always use for making suggestions maximum we use could. You could or we could try that new Italian restaurant tonight. So there is a suggestion in the sentence. You are giving a suggestion to your friends or whosoever is sitting near you. You are giving a suggestion to your friends that we could try that new restaurant has opened in your locality or in your city, and you wanted to try that. You can ask your sister. If I give you example, you can ask your sister to lend you some money. So for making suggestions we use can and could both. Can and could both. One thing you have to keep it in mind that could is more polite than can. In first you have given we could try that new Italian restaurant tonight. You can ask your sister to lend you some money. This is a suggestion given by your friend that आप अपनी sister से कुछ पैसे उधार ले सकते हैं. So this is a suggestion. And in next we will for making request. Making suggestions I have discussed with you. For making request we use can and could both. Making requests can and could both. Making request for can and could both. Could you pass me salt please? You can use can and you can use could. So you can you pass me the salt please? If you are using please, then I have already told you that could is more polite than can. Could you pass me the salt please? And question mark. Getting it or not? We can use for making request, we can use both can and could, but I have told you that could is more polite than can. And can, could, I speak to Rahul. Can, could I speak to Rahul? And if you want to add, you can add please. Use of both is correct here, but can, if you are using can, if you want to use both, if you want to use it in a formal way, then you can use can, but if you then you can use could. If you are using it in an informal way, suppose you are using it, you want to be more polite in front of your boss, then you can use could. And if you are in family and friends, then you can use can, because could is more polite and shows some little bit more respect than can. And next, the third one is making offers. The third one is making offers. Making offers, can, could. Making offers, we always use can and could. Can I get you something? Can I get you something to drink? Sir? Question mark. Can I get you something to drink? So, or could I get you something to drink? If as I have already discussed with you, if you want to pay some more respect, if you are using it in a formal way, then use could. If you are using it with your family members, your friends and relatives, then you can use a can. But if you are in an office, then you can use a could. And can, could I help you with this, ma'am? So making offers, like can I help you with this, ma'am? If you have a very cordial relationship, if you have a very deep and very good understanding with your ma'am or your sir, then you can use can. But if you know that your teacher or your boss is little bit strict, then you have to use a could. And in the same way, and in these sentences you are making offer. Can I get you something to drink? Means you are asking your senior or your friend. If you are asking your friend, then use can. If you are asking someone who is senior and respected, then you can use could. Same is the case in the sentence that I have written down. And the last one is asking permission. Last one is for asking permission. This is the last one for asking permission. For asking permission means we can use can and could both. Can or could both. Can I borrow your pen please, or can I take the day off? So can I borrow your pen? Can could both. Can could I borrow your pen please. Can could I take a day off. So what's the difference? Why now you will ask, sir, you have written can and you have written could, so which one should we choose? So if I have already told you that if you are using it in a formal way, if you want to pay little bit more respect, then you will always use could. But if you are using it in your friend circle, then you can use can. Suppose you are asking pen to your boss, your teacher, then sir, could I borrow your pen please? Then you will use could, because it's more polite than can. But if you are asking a pen to your friend, then you can use can. And same is the case with can and could I take a day off. If your boss is a little bit familiar or little bit you have a very good understanding with your boss, then you can use can. But if you know that he is a little bit strict, then you can use could. Clear? So I have discussed all the 4 points that come under the polite expressions. So I have discussed all the polite expressions with you, and in this video I have discussed can and could. So wait for the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe.